It's no secret that Battlefield 2042 was released in an embarrassing and borderline unplayable state in November of 2021. The game was rushed in production and, upon release, failed to live up to the 14th entry of the beloved series, with players meeting an abundance of game-breaking glitches, server connection issues, and it just overall felt like a game that was unfinished, but it certainly didn't get an unfinished game price tag. So the backlash that DICE and EA received was not at all without good reason, and it left longtime fans of Battlefield feeling betrayed from the game. And obviously, DICE responded to this situation the way any developer would to their game issues, stating that over the series of upcoming updates, the game would be improved. But if your game damn near needs to be completely rebuilt upon just to make it playable, you could see how players lost interest almost immediately after the game's release. Everything that needed to be fixed gameplay-wise couldn't be done in one update, so instead of abandoning the game, DICE doubled down and worked on fixing the game from the ground up since that point, and has just recently reached its Season 3 update. And with more than a year after 2042's abominable release, I decided recently to dip my toes back into the cesspool of Battlefield 2042, just to see if these updates delivered what they promised. And after my recent experience playing the game once again, I have to say that the game has gone from ass to still ass, but in a better and playable state, similar to the classic Battlefield fun. As I just said, the Season 3 update was just rolled out, adding a new map and new content to the game, building upon the game's already vast content gained through the previous season updates. The game's horrifying glitches from its first few months are no longer prevalent either, and playing on PC, I didn't have any frame rate issues, which was something that completely killed all of the interest that I had when I tried the game last year. My favorite type of first-person shooter games is the style that Battlefield is known for, having a big warzone map with a huge amount of players, like 50 versus 50, and just trying to get the most kills on your team. I like to feel like I'm actually on a battlefield, which is why I've always favored Battlefield's multiplayer over Call of Duty's. And playing the latest version of 2042, there were moments that brought me back to the BF3 days with just the sheer amount of craziness that can happen on any given map. However, this time, instead of worrying about if my game's gonna lag out, I have to worry about if the new anti-armor tank is gonna snipe me from across the map, which is all I ever wanted. So it's safe to say that there were moments while I was playing Battlefield 2042 that I had I'm having a hard time. I've never used those two words in the same sentence. You know what I'm trying to say. This game has definitely reached the point that it should have been when it was released. But aside from the game's better state that it's in right now, I also wanted to inform you all on an even more incentive to try 2042 if you're missing some of that Battlefield action through the game's recent new availability. First, EA is hosting a free access event for each platform that the game is on for a limited time, meaning that for a few days you'll be able to play the game for completely free. And I'm pretty sure for Steam it ends on the 5th, Xbox the 4th tomorrow, yikes, and on PlayStation the 16th through the 24th. So if you can make it in time to play the game for free, there's no harm in trying it out. And even though you may not be able to make it to Xbox's free access weekend due to it almost ending, the game was also just recently added to EA Play, a subscription that's included with the Xbox Ultimate Game Pass. So if you use this service, you now have access to the game. But let's say subscriptions aren't your thing and you'd rather just own the game outright. You can now find the game as low as $8 on old gen consoles, and around $40 on next gen. Now, do I think that you should pay 40 bones on this game? Hey, listen, bro, the game's improved and everything, but me personally, I wouldn't pay more than $20 than what Steam is charging for it right now. But you know, it's your pockets. Overall though, I still wouldn't say that this game has exceeded my expectations for a new Battlefield game. But finally, after arguably one of the worst releases in video game history, I can confidently say it actually feels like a Battlefield game that had effort put into it. So if you can cheaply check this game out in whatever platform that you game on, and you're a fan of the Battlefield game style, I definitely recommend this title in the state that it's in now, because it now lives up to what we expected when the game was released. So what do you guys think about the state of Battlefield 2042 right now, man? Feel free to leave a comment down below, and as always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.